Manipur, a tiny sensitive border state, has as many as 17 underground insurgent outfits wanting to divide it up further. In the hills, the tribal Naga and Kuki militants are waging a relentless battle. In the valley, insurgents want a liberated Manipur. The heavy human toll of these clashes, plus the valley's communal riots in May, prompted the Congress-led government to call in the army. But is that a lasting solution? Is the problem insurmountable? The news track team visited remote Kuki and Naga villages in the hills to find out. They also travelled on the banned National Highway 39 from Imphal to Moreh at great risk to their lives. Mini Ved reports.
Milong champong ng asat bin mitala kap ng kain kakuyo si ayong ahal lang. Kahon hasatak katuben. Kahit. No, all men nung siya
Victims of insurgency everywhere speak the same language of pain and suffering. This man's lament could easily be echoed in today's Kashmir or yesterday's Punjab. Behind these images of beauty lie the all too familiar images of sorrow. Naga militants set ablaze 22 houses in this Kuki village, Sitta, despite an army post barely 15 minutes away. Today the villagers believe in arming themselves. Manipur's real tragedy is not the fact that it has a history of 40 years of insurgency. It is that no one, not the government, centre, press or public, pays any attention to it. Manipur's 5 hill districts have, in the last 6 months, seen the most violent phase of the Kuki-Naga feud. What is it all about? The Nagas, represented by the National Socialist Council of Nagaland, want a separate southern Nagaland of their own, which includes substantial areas of Manipur.
We are never Indians, and we will never be Indians, and we have our own right. We have our own right to determine our future.
On the other side, the Kukis, a migratory tribe originally from Burma, have been spurred by their own newly created Kuki militant organizations to throw up a demand for a separate Kuki land. Mention Kuki land to a proud Naga and watch the sparks fly.
Kala atum hiya nagawi ngalay hili ralaga nagawi ngalay li itum ngayin kui sage pam sage da acha awo yi thodai na pex milaga pamra ka hai ne chui wang ai na Kuki na itum homeland Manipur hili homeland tanra kachi hiya atum wi right malay lak mane kala nagawi ngalay hi tot ak hina dangdam mami mara kachi hi itumwe nagawi paisin.
For decades, Kukis paid taxes, land tax and a Nagaland tax to the NSCN. But after the NSCN split in 1988, new Kuki militant outfits were born and the rules were changed. Kukis now refuse to pay taxes. Today, this is the main bone of contention.
Government athalala anaga naga hokama tax pay tavan de kapi to tilo government kama chen kai win naga hope pu kati.
This impasse has led to a vicious chain of attack, reprisals, killing, razing of homes and hounding each other out. More than 150 lives have been lost in the last 6 months. Is there any solution in sight?
There has to be a political solution, and it is the government who has to bring that to the table.
Both sides, inflexible in their positions, place the onus of a solution onto the Manipur government, which is clearly in a no-win, or rather can't do anything to win situation. It can't have separate homelands and it can't curb insurgency.
I have to admit our deficiency, but deficiency is also partly because we are not determined, we have not political motive for political determination, but because, the police which is to deal with it is so badly armed and they are so immobile.
It is the same syndrome of short-sightedness that seems to afflict insurgency-ridden states in India, whether it is Punjab, Kashmir or the Northeast. Ignore the problem in the initial stages. In the meantime, militants highlight perceived grievances, gather public support, arms and a mass base, and destabilize the police forces. Political leaders playing off one group against the other lose credibility and finally resort to knee-jerk responses which are usually too little and too late. They call in the Green Berets. In Manipur, the army was called in after 100 deaths and gruesome devastation following communal riots in the valley in May.
Army is not the solution, I know. But the situation as it is, we have to resort to it. We have to depend on them. center should open up a dialogue with these people, with these insurgents, and try to find a political solution.
As in Kashmir and earlier in Punjab, the people's alienation from the national mainstream is very real in Manipur. When the state fails to administer, obviously the insurgents fill the vacuum. In the hills, the Kuki and Naga militants have taken up battle positions. This crucial highway linking Imphal to the border town of More has been completely taken over and all traffic banned by the NSCN. Just recently, they ambushed an army convoy, killing 36 people. Newstrack met KNA representatives who crossed over from the Burma border to talk to us. Do they have any clear strategy on how to achieve their goal of a Kuki land in Burma? They seemed quite confused.
The lands which we have occupied just now, it is from the beginning of our forefathers and mothers. So we have to take or we have to occupy this area, a separate land for the Kuki.
When do you think that you will be able to succeed in this? How long will it take you?
We suppose it will take 4 or 5 years.
You're going to fight with Burma. What is your military strength?
Military train means?
Strength. How many arms, how many people?
So this is about special training trainers as 600, about 600 volunteers are there.
600 volunteers. And you have sophisticated arms?
Yes. We have sophisticated arms like G3, M16, AK-47.
Do you care about what happens to Kukis in India?
If this tension or this harassment or torture will be going so long, some days we can revenge or we can take necessary action.
With their ongoing economic and traffic blockade of the Imphal-More road, the NSCN has openly served notice on the KNA. Who wins the battle for More and who emerges the stronger in the Kuki-Naga conflict will definitely not be decided in the near future.
Deliveries of the victims of Naga violence. In response, the Manasseh have begun to organize an underground army.
My village was attacked. My own house was burnt and my uncle was killed. They destroyed my village. Israelites are good fighters. We are good fighters. That is why we are not afraid. We are not afraid to fight. We feel we are warriors.
We obtained this never-before-seen footage from Manasseh guerrillas who are dedicated to setting up an independent Israelite state in India.
The flag of Jalangam, which is the flag for the future sovereign state, has the Star of David in the middle. One, because the Manasseh believe they are one of the lost tribes of Israel from the tribe of Manasseh. Secondly, the Star of David is a neutral figure or symbol. All the clans would find it acceptable.